Video clips on blindness tips, a series of video demonstrations for daily living skills for the blind and visually impaired, presented in conjunction with the Washington State School for the Blind. In this tip, Jennifer Butcher, health and fitness instructor at the Washington State School for the Blind, demonstrates strength training exercises that work well for blind and visually impaired people.
Hello, my name is Jennifer Butcher and I am the health and fitness teacher at the Washington State School for the Blind. We are here today with Andrew McDonald to show you some ways that you can have general strength training in your life. It's very important for everybody, whether you're visually impaired or not. And this is some simple exercises that you can do without mobility. You can do them at home, you can do them as a pull-out in class. You can basically do them just anywhere, and so that's why they're very great. It's a very great routine for visually impaired individuals. The equipment that you will need for general strength training is a strength band and a dumbbell, and both of these you can find at any local sporting goods store, anywhere that sells fitness equipment. When you go and buy your equipment, you can choose a weight of any size. You just want to make sure that you are able to do 15 repetitions of that weight. If you cannot, it's probably too heavy. If you can do 100 repetitions of that weight, it's probably too light. And when you choose your strength band, it really doesn't matter the weight or thickness of the band because you can adjust during the activities. The first exercise that we are going to do for our strength training program is what you would do as a bench press. You just wrap the band around your waist and put it under your arms. Instead of holding the handles, you hold close to your chest wherever you want the resistance. And then, as if you're lifting a bar, you're just going to press straight out. And you're going to do that 15 times. Another way you can do the bench press is to use your dumbbells. So let's take your band out and go ahead and lie down on your back. And you're going to take the dumbbells and put them in your hand. And again, you're just going to lift it straight up like as if you have a bar. When you come down, make sure that your elbows touch the ground before you lift up again. And again, you're going to do it 15 times. Each repetition should take about 2 or 3 seconds, so nice and easy, all the way up and all the way down. Our second exercise that we're going to do is a bicep curl. And again, we're going to show you 2 ways you can possibly do it, one with a band and then the other with the dumbbell. We'll start with the band. So Andrew, what you're going to do is take the band and you're going to drop one end on the ground and place your foot on the end that's on the ground. And in the same hand, you're going to keep your elbow in at your side and you're going to curl your hand up to your shoulder, keeping your elbow in at your side the whole time, and then bring it back down. Right now we are working your bicep, which is the muscle down the front of your arm. To change the tension of the exercise, to make it harder, you would slide the band and put your foot down on the side that's closest to the handle that you're holding. To make it easier, you would slide it under and place your foot down on the side closest to the handle that's on the floor. To do a bicep curl with a dumbbell, you would place the dumbbell in your hand, and again you would start at your leg, and then you would curl it up to your shoulder, keeping your elbow in at your side at all times. Each exercise should take about 2 seconds. Just bring it up and down. The third exercise we're going to do is a tricep extension. You're going to go ahead and hold the band at your chest. You're going to take one hand, keep it at your chest. Your other hand, while you hold the band, is going to stretch it down to your leg and back up. Right now you are working the tricep muscle, which is the muscle that runs down the back of your arm. To change the tension of the band, to make it harder or easier, you would slide your hands apart to make it easier. Try it now. Or you would bring your hands closer together to make it harder. To do the tricep extension with the dumbbell, we have to work on our hand position. So go ahead and put your hands up at your chest with your palms facing up, your thumbs facing out, your fingers facing towards you. You're going to go ahead and you're going to cup the weight, and then you're going to extend it to the sky, put it behind your head, and now you're going to drop it down towards your shoulders and extend it back up. Drop it down and extend it back up. Your elbows are in one position the entire time. Another upper body exercise that we're going to do is called the shoulder press. Andy, go ahead and take your dumbbells and relax them right on top of your shoulders. Now very slowly you're going to lift them to the sky and then lift them straight, bring them straight back. Straight up and straight back. This works your shoulder, all the muscles in your shoulder, your deltoid, and then a little bit of your chest as well. Another way we can do this exercise is with the strength band. So Andy, go ahead and place your dumbbells on the floor. We're going to take the strength band and we're going to put one end underneath Andy's foot. And then he's going to hold the other end in his hand and he's going to bring it to his shoulder. And then he's going to press it straight up to the sky. Slowly up and slowly down. And if you want a variation of the strength and resistance, you would just change the band under his foot. So we could move it either direction. Our next exercise is the lat pull down, and it works the latissimus dorsi, which runs down the back of your back. So I'm going to go ahead and give you your band. Just where your hands are right now, raise it above your head, as high as you can. Now go behind your head a little bit. Now I want you to drop it to your shoulders, but as you drop it to your shoulders, I want you to keep your hands where they are, but stretch it out. And then you bring it back up, stretch it in. So stretch it out and up and stretch it and bring it back in. Our next exercise is the seated row, and that works your rhomboids in between your shoulder blades. So what we're going to do is I'm going to hand you the band and I want you to put it around your feet. Wrap it around your toes and put it in the middle of your foot. Now what I would like you to do is, keeping your elbows in at your side, press it back, but don't move your back, just move the elbows. And then bring it forward and press it back. Make sure you're also sitting up nice and straight. Now to change your tension, you're going to let go of the handles and slide your hands down closer to your feet. And then press, make sure the elbows still stay in, and press all the way back. If that's still not enough tension, you can go even further down towards your feet. You do want to be very careful to keep the toes in the one position, because if they go forward, you could bring the band up and it could snap. Another upper body exercise, as well as a core exercise, is the holding push-up. The individual is going to go ahead and get in a push-up position and hold it at the very top. So Andrew, go ahead and put your hands on the mat and push yourself up and hold it there. What we're working is our shoulders, our chest, as well as our whole core area, the stomach and the legs. You're going to hold it there for 15 seconds at the least. You want to make sure the back and the legs and the bottom are all in the exact same plane. A lot of people will have trouble, their bottom might be too high or too low. What you can do is put a board, just lay a board on top or a yardstick or something flat, and have each part of their body touch the board to get them straight. Our first leg exercise is called a wall sit. Andrew, you're going to back yourself and put your back on the wall. You're going to keep your legs shoulder width apart, And then you're going to just bend your knees and sit. But there's going to be no chair. You're just going to keep sitting as if there is a chair. And you're going to stop when you get in that chair position. You're going to hold it for 15 seconds. You're going to do it 3 times. One of our leg exercises is the standing squat. So Andrew, what I need you to do is put your legs shoulder width apart so that your feet are in line with your shoulders. Good. And now I want you to pretend you're sitting in a chair. So I want you to bend your knees as if you're going to sit in that chair. Good. Now when you get to the chair part, stand back up. Go ahead and do 15 repetitions of this as you did your other exercises. Perfect. Right now you are working your quadriceps, which are in the front of your legs. Another leg exercise are squat jumps. You're going to do 15 repetitions of these. And if you need to take a break, you may, because your legs will start to burn, but you want to try to see as many as you can do. What you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and get in your squat position. You're going to jump up as high as you can and return to the squat position. It's time to work on our abdominals. So what we're going to do is we're going to do sit-ups, but we're going to bend your knees. So go ahead and bend your knees. Place your hands on your thighs, and you're going to crunch or sit up until your hands cover your knees. When they get there, go ahead and slide back down. So slide them up and slide them down. Each time, make sure your head touches the mat. And you're going to do 15. Along with our forward sit-ups, we are going to do side crunches or side sit-ups. What we are going to do is we're going to get in your regular sit-up position, but now we are going to take your ankle and we're going to rest it on the opposite knee. Go ahead and do that, Andrew. Now you're going to take the opposite arm and you're going to place it behind your head. Keeping your hand with your head, you're going to bring your elbow towards your opposite knee. So lift it and go in that direction. There you go, and down. The reason we do this is because our forward abdominals don't get the abdominal obliques, which lie on the sides of the abdominal area. This arm is used for support as they come up, but they do want to make sure that you don't roll all the way onto the arm. We still want to come up first and then do a slight twist to the side. And once you've done one side, you do the other side as well. Andrew, thank you so much for helping us today. It's important that you remember that when you do this strength routine, that you do it 2 to 3 times a week, and each exercise should be 15 repetitions. If it's an exercise that calls for seconds, you need to hold it for a minimum of 15 seconds. This exercise routine is just so important for the visually impaired and just works very well because there's no mobility required. You don't have to go from station to station. It requires no equipment except for those small little bands or the dumbbells that you use. You don't have to go to a gym. You can do it in your house. You can also do it in a general PE program. If maybe a student is pulled out for some reason, then it's a great to pull them to the side and do their strength training exercise right then. It is vital to remember that even if a person is blind or visually impaired, they too can gain the exact same health benefits from general strength training.
More video clips for blindness tips are available from the Washington State School for the Blind at wssb.wa.gov.